So I've now been out a proper ride on the Monster, and one of the issues is the handling's pretty sluggish compared to what I'm used to with a Gixxer. So it was a bit wallowy, I would say, like not really much feel. Comfortable, but just didn't really feel like very connected to the road. And our issue, and I'm not sure if this is suspension related or if it's more due to just the geometry, the bike and the torque coming out the engine, and maybe being a bit ham-fisted with the throttle as well. But I think out of all the bikes I've had, this is the first one I've come across where it actually feels like it understeers. As you power out of corners, it just seems to like want to run wide. I know obviously when you start adding throttle, the bike will pick itself up and want to come out of the lean and go upright, but it's definitely a lot worse than I've ever experienced before. And if that is the way that the bike is, just with the geometry and stuff, and there's nothing I can do with the suspension, then I'll probably have to ride it slightly differently to how I ride other bikes, just to make the most of it. Probably getting on the throttle later, kind of once the bike's already straightened up. But anyway, the suspension settings, I've checked them. So when I installed the front forks, I set them to just the standard settings, and the rear was already at the standard as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a video of what the bike looks like, just bouncing it static with the normal settings, and I think you should be able to see on the camera one of the issues, which is probably why the handling feels a bit off. Then once I've done that, I'm gonna change the compression and rebound to the sport settings that are in the handbook, and just see what difference that makes just with the bike static. So here goes. Right, so by having on the standard settings, the rebound's quite low, which basically means the bike bounces back quickly. Now, what you should see if I hold the brake and just bounce the front end, you can actually see it almost does like a double bounce, where it comes up again and back down. Now, that's not what you want. You want it to settle. You want, when it comes back up, it just to settle in a position, not to bounce past that point and back down. So that does tell me that it definitely isn't enough rebound damping dialed in at the front. Now, I'm not sure what it's going to be like at the back. It's hard to tell just doing it like this, but there may be a bit of the same issue at the back. So actually seems really slow on the rebound at the back, but I'll see what it's like in the footage. Might be a bit clearer what the bike's doing, but you kind of want to balance the front and the back, so you want them compressing and rebound at the same rates, otherwise the bike will be kangarooing all over the place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adjust these to the sport settings. So for the sport settings, on the front end, the rebound is in the top of the right fork. So first of all, I turn that fully in. Right, that's it fully in, and then I back it out 5 clicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the rebound set. The next one's a compression. So same again, turn it fully in, and it is only adjustable on the right fork. So I turn it fully in and then out 3. So 1, 2, 3, and that's it set at the front. Now at the back, it's, I think the standard setting is out 1.5. Sorry, I need a head torch to be able to see. Get the blade of the screwdriver in. So this is the adjuster here. Turn it fully in, and then it needs to come out 1 full turn. So half a turn, full turn, and that's that. There's only adjustment for the rebound in the rear, nothing for compression. Now you'll notice I've not touched the spring preload in the front and the back. The only reason for that at this point is it's too difficult to try and do it by yourself. It's more of a two-man job, like one person on the bike, another person mentioning, the other person checking what the sag is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to video the fork. So now it's on the sports settings. I'm going to pull the brake and bounce it once more. So I think there's definitely more rebound damping, catching the springs that's coming back up. I think maybe if I watch the video back in slow motion, there's maybe still a bit of overbounce where it's going slightly past and then coming down, but when I'm looking down from above, it certainly doesn't look like there's a major issue there. Right, so now both sides are adjusted. I want to see what that looks like bouncing both ends of the bike at once. So hopefully they're kind of bouncing up and down in tandem instead of out of sequence.